Sri Gurubhyo Namaha, Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Hari Om. Having understood about the significance of Karma Yoga, following which the heart becomes pure and apt to understand the knowledge of self, Jnana, this Adhyaya is named after it, Jnana Yoga. Jnana means the knowledge of the highest, the absolute. Yoga is the path to self realization. So, Jnana Yoga is that which describes the path to realize the absolute through knowledge. What is the purpose of incarnation of God? In Karma Yoga, Bhagavan has explained how the actions performed help us to become pure at heart. Bhagavan protects those who follow the righteous deeds and behave in the mode of goodness. If one performs deeds against the dharma, then Bhagavan especially descends to appease his unalloyed devotees. Sadhu Samrakshana, Dusta Sikshana, Dharma Samsthapana. Therefore, the Lord appears in different incarnations, millennium after millennium, to deliver the pious, to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principle of religion. What is the difference between action and inaction? Actions are those punya karmas that are performed as per scriptural injunctions, which have various temporary results like material, happiness, wealth, beauty, and these actions are binding. At the time of death, lead to heavenly planets until the karma phala is experienced. By action we mean karma and inaction is akarma. Akarma are those sukruti karmas which are done as a service to the Lord. These do not cause any bondage and help in spiritual advancement, which have permanent effect and are liberating. They lead us to the divine Brahma Jyoti. Therefore, we should aim to perform deeds that are for the well-being of others and for the love of God without interest in the results, devoid of raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, and always contemplate upon the self. What are the various types of yajnas? A living entity entangled in material contamination is sure to act in the material atmosphere and yet has to get out of such an environment. The process by which the conditioned soul can get out of the material atmosphere is through akarma. Therefore, when one performs every action with the constant knowledge of oneness, his deeds becomes a yajna. That is, anything done in such transcendental consciousness is called yajna or sacrifice for the absolute. In that condition of spiritual consciousness, the contribution, the consumptions, the performer or leader of the performance, and the result or ultimate gain, everything becomes one in the absolute, the supreme Brahman. There are total 12 yajnas Bhagavan explained. They are Daiva yajna, Brahma yajna, Indriya Samyama yajna, Sabdadi Vishaya Nirodha yajna, Mano Nigraha yajna, Dravya yajna, Tapo yajna, Yoga yajna, Swadhyaya yajna, Jnana yajna, Pranayama yajna, Ahara Niyama yajna. All the above yajnas help the conditioned soul to clear the ill effects of previous performed deeds and bestows purity of heart, and thereby, through the knowledge of self, realize the absolute and gets freed from the cycles of birth and death. Why is Jnana Yajna superior to all other yajnas? Bhagavan says, O chastiser of the enemy, the sacrifice of knowledge is greater than the sacrifice of material possessions. O son of Partha, after all, the sacrifice of work culminates in transcendental knowledge. Further, through examples, Bhagavan explains Jnana Yajna as to be situated in a boat of transcendental knowledge that helps to cross over the ocean of miseries. It is like the blazing fire, the fire of knowledge that burns to ashes all reactions to material activities. It is that weapon, the weapon of knowledge, to be used to slay the doubts that arise in our hearts out of ignorance. Jnana Yajna, the sacrifice of knowledge, is greater than the sacrifice of material possessions. Bhagavan says, O son of Partha, after all, the sacrifice of work culminates in transcendental knowledge. Through Jnana, one attains the eternal place. That's why Jnana Yajna is superior of all the Yajnas. What do we obtain by transferring every action into yoga? When one performs every action as a service to the Lord, devoid of raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, neither is influenced by the results of action and always contemplating upon the self, he attains the transcendental knowledge. There is nothing so sublime and pure as transcendental knowledge. Such knowledge is the mature fruit of all mysticism, and one who has achieved this enjoys the self within himself in due course of time.